Hello, everyone, and welcome to another inspiring episode of the Dubai Tech Talks podcast series, Inspiring Stories of Success. This is the space where we celebrate extraordinary journeys of innovation, resilience, and achievement from leaders and visionaries who are shaping the future of technology and entrepreneurship. In today's episode, we are thrilled to introduce our entrepreneur of the day, a trailblazer whose story will inspire, motivate, and spark new ideas for anyone on their own path to success. So, grab your headphones and get ready for an engaging conversation filled with valuable insights, powerful lessons, and a glimpse into the mindset of a true innovator. Let's dive in.
Today, I'm thrilled to introduce our inspiring entrepreneur of the day, Amani Iqbal. Amani Iqbal is a co-founder and CEO of Rematics, a company providing remote financial services and written content for startups and SMEs. Passionate about empowering women, Amani has created a platform that offers freelance opportunities for women to work from home and support their families. Within over 12 years of experience in research and finance, Amani combines our expertise with our vision to help businesses thrive while making a social impact. Let me ask you, Amani, your transition from a successful career in research and finance to founding your own company, what inspired you to take this leap and what challenges did you face along the way?
Thank you, Sridevi. First of all, thank you for having me on the podcast. So I always knew, I think from the age of around 14 or 15, that I always wanted to have my own business someday. But of course, I knew that, I would have to learn a lot of things. And so my career, when I started out at 20 as a financial analyst, I was in that field for over 12 years. And along the way, gained a lot of expertise in financial analysis, research, financial modeling, valuation, industry research, etc. And finally, but over time, I got married, had children, moved to Dubai. I was initially based in Sri Lanka, and I was actually born and raised in Dubai, but I moved back for a bit, and then moved when I moved back here again. Over time, as you grow older, I think priorities change as well. And so, going up the corporate ladder, I wasn't feeling that passion for the corporate life anymore. And so, and to be honest, way before remote work became fashionable, I think it was since COVID, right? That
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Way
yeah.
before that, I think from 2014, I've been working remotely,
Oh,
even in my corporate life.
mm,
So I think I was introduced to it from way long ago. And so while I was working, I used to have so many friends, mainly women, ask me, "Oh, you're so lucky you have a remote job. How did you find that? Can you help us find something?" And when I tried to help them find something, there was nothing. It was pre-COVID, it was impossible to find a remote job unless you register yourself as a freelancer on something like Upwork or Fiverr, right? And then, that kind of played in my head. And then I thought, okay, why don't I try and do something about this? And so that's where the idea for my business came about, where I tried to combine my expertise and what I saw as a gap in the market, where there were so many women who were, talented, skilled, but again, they did not want 9 to 5 jobs. They did not want to go out and work, but they did want to use their skills, and they would definitely be welcoming the income as well, right? So my friend and I, a good friend of mine, Mangali, and we decided to found Rematics in November 2020. And that's where the idea came from. Of course, there were a lot of challenges. Mangali and I both have a very finance-based background, in equity research and investment banking. And then suddenly we had to do everything from marketing, branding, legal work, admin work, HR, every single thing we had to do ourselves. So it was definitely challenging. But it was a brilliant experience. I think we've learned so much and grown so much as people by discovering that we could do things we never thought we could do. So I think that so then when you talk about challenges, that was definitely a big one, learning all these things that were completely out of our comfort zone. And the other biggest one was obviously, I think for any business, is getting clients.
Yeah.
especially in a business like ours, which is completely remote. We initially had to rely on our network, all our contacts that we'd accumulated throughout the years. And then over time, our work kind of spoke for itself, and we find many people referring us to other people and telling other people about our work. And so now down the line, 5 years down the line, we get a lot of referrals from our clients. So yeah, it's been good so far.
Right. Good to know that you have started the remote work before COVID,
Yeah.
much
Yes.
advanced, and supporting the passion for supporting the women at home also is like appreciated. So, like Rematics provides a wide range of services from
Yes.
financial analysis to content creation. Can you share more about the vision behind your company and its key milestones so far? And also, passionate about empowering women. Your mission to empower women by offering remote work opportunities is commendable. What impact has this initiative had, and how do you see it revolving in the future?
So that's a loaded question, but a good one. So we do offer a wide range of services, which all revolve around finance, mainly financial analysis and financial modeling and valuation services. So for SMEs or startups, who maybe can't afford to go to the big four, because that's who people think of, right? The
Yeah.
KPMGs and EYs of the world when they need some kind of work done. But today's environment, especially in the UAE, there's so many startups, so many SMEs. 99% of the economy is SMEs, and they may not be able to afford to go to these big companies. Um, so nor do the big companies have the capacity to cater to everyone. So we found this opportunity in the market where, we could provide a more personalized, customized service to SMEs and to startups who have a much lower requirement and a smaller requirement and cannot afford it, right, to go to the big companies. So financial analysis, modeling, valuation, that's one arm of ours. The other arm that we have, which is written content, is again finance-based written content. It could be annual reports we do from front to end for listed companies. We also do, company profiles, industry sector reports, industry research reports. So when I say things like that, it's like, for example, if you're a company, with a large database of uh, other companies, right? Your business is like a classifieds. So it's our job. Usually, if you go to a company website, you find a lot of marketing, right? It's our
Pardon,
job to
actually, your last line got cut. What did you say? No, normally when we go to the companies.
normally, if you go to a company website and you see you see the information, it's a lot of marketing words.
Hmm.
They're always, most companies will say we're the best or we're the greatest or our service is excellent, etc. So when we provide industry research or company research, that's where our value add comes in, where you kind of streamline the marketing jargon from the actual facts of what the company does and put that into, so it's very factual based, it's very streamlining into exactly what it is that they do. Just for an example. So yeah, that's the kind of finance based content we do. And recently, a few months back, we launched this great service for startups where we combine building a financial model for startups, because we realized, I've been networking with a lot of entrepreneurs over the last few years, and I've realized they have fantastic ideas, but so many of them uh, become unsuccessful, or they do not have clarity in their vision because they don't know their numbers. It's as simple as that. And so I thought, okay, we can provide them with we can do a financial and model for them. We can provide them with the analysis and all of that. But end of the day, when a startup goes to an investor, it's the founder who has to talk,
Hmm.
right? So we realized, okay, wait, there's another gap. We need to coach these entrepreneurs on how to interpret these numbers and how to present these numbers to an investor. And so we've kind of made this package for startups where we give you a model, we can create a pitch deck for you, we can do the financial analysis for you, plus we coach you.
Okay.
So it's
Hmm.
this whole package where you're ready to face investors to ask for funding. So
Okay.
that's our latest service, and we've just launched it a few months back. And we've seen a lot of interest. We get a lot of inquiries. We've had a couple of clients so far, and it's going well. So yeah, so that's in a nutshell what we offer. Um, we also have investor relations services where we basically, companies who are private companies and then they list and they go public, they are required by law to disclose a lot of extra things than they did before. And so in the interim, until they set up the investor relations departments, we kind of help them to kind of bridge that gap, either
Mhm.
to train their people internally or to help them uh, smoothly transition from a private to a public company in terms of the investor relations function. So that's something else that we do. Moving on to what you asked about women empowerment, it's been incredible, honestly. So we have at any given time about 20 to 25 ladies working with us. And crazily enough, when we started, we didn't really say we only work with women, right? We were open to anyone who wanted to work with us, right? And we only work with freelancers,
Okay.
right? So we don't work with anyone who's already fully employed elsewhere. That's just a company rule. And strangely enough, it was all women. It was all women who came to us, right? Which kind of made me realize, okay, I was right, that there was a need for this. And it is very, very, rewarding. Um, it's a very rewarding experience to be able to help someone, uh, you know, generate an income for themselves while at home. Uh, it's been really, really good. So because in our circle there have been, single parents, divorced mothers, people with various circumstances, especially during I don't know if you're aware, but Sri Lanka went through an economic crisis, and we have most of our workers who work with us are based in Sri Lanka, right? Which was another thing that we wanted to start with by giving back to our country as well. And so when Sri Lanka went through the economic crisis and COVID situation and all of that, a lot of families were affected financially. And so this was a huge way, even if it was for just 20 or 25 people, it was one way that we could help them support their families. So it's been fantastic. And I only think going forward, it's going to become more because remote work is now common, flexible work arrangements are becoming more common. And I think this kind of gig economy is going to grow, and there's a lot more potential for it, especially in Asian countries.
Good. So a lot of informations and a lot of things happening. You are doing some cost-effective financial analysis, then financial-based content package for investment is very much interesting to be known, and absolutely people who are looking for investment will be benefited out of it. And also building that financial model for startups also is very great initiative what you've done, which is that there's a gap in the market. I do understand,
Yes.
and also there are a lot of startups with ideas and which they are also struggling to come up, and due to some financial or due to the other services which are very costly and not cost effective to afford also. The similar thing what we do at our my own startup is we offer fractional services for
Mhm.
technology that is for digital transformation. So for
Right.
startups which are not able to afford a full-time C-suite people, we have a
Correct.
fractional service. So that is
Oh,
what we
nice.
do. And also your mission towards empowering women, which attracted me towards your profile. And I'm so happy that 20 to 25 ladies are with you. And I wish and there will be more and more ladies who join. And
Thank
because
you.
men always have an opportunity to go out and work, there are women
Exactly.
at home who are not able to go because they wanted to
Yeah.
balance their work and life. And
Right.
after a career break, it is also difficult to rejoin. So I really appreciate your work and all the best for your thing. So now, with your expertise in building a business that combine profitability and social impact, what advices would you offer to those aspiring to make a different thought entrepreneurships?
I think the biggest thing that I would say, I mean, I think me and my partner, we had a big advantage because we understood finance. But like I said, I feel one of the biggest hindrances that entrepreneurs face these days is understanding their numbers. If I were to give you an example, there was a client we had dealt with where we actually helped them change their entire business model because the numbers didn't make sense,
Mm.
right? So there are people with fantastic ideas, but they haven't actually looked at the numbers. Like, is this idea feasible? Would it actually work when it comes to end of the day? No matter how fantastic your idea is, or no matter how great your your how innovative it is, if it's not profitable, it doesn't make any sense, right? So you either have to find a way to make it profitable or somehow do something to make the numbers work. And I feel that's one of the biggest things that entrepreneurs need today. And the other thing, of course, I would say is there are going to be hard times. You have to expect it. You have to expect ups and downs. There may be a lot of factors out of your control, but if you believe in your vision, if you believe in your product, if you believe or service, and if you believe that this is profitable, there is a opportunity here, there is a gap. And the main thing is you need to find a problem and solve it. That's it. You need to find a problem that someone has and identify it as a problem and give them a solution. If you do that and there's a big enough market for that, you know it's going to work, right? So what I would say is, don't give up, stick with it. It's going to be hard. A lot of people may disagree with you. A lot of people may tell you you're not making enough money, whatever. But if you truly believe in it, I say stick with it because it's end of the day, it's a passion. And unlike when you work in a corporate career, this is 100% for you. I find it extremely fulfilling, extremely rewarding. And of course, it's not for everybody. It's not the entrepreneur life is not for everybody, definitely not. But those who do would understand what I'm saying. I think, it's all about the passion. But main thing, I'll go back and say it again, is that you have to uh, make sure the numbers make sense. Otherwise, the whole thing's going to fall apart, no matter how passionate you are.
Nice. So understanding the numbers in business is very important. That's what I
Yes,
understood from the beginning to the end. So always stick on to numbers. So that is really true. When we go to the investors, they stick on with numbers, and you have to
exactly.
explain properly how do you calculate the numbers. And if you are not familiar with the numbers, it's very difficult to convince
Yes,
investor. And hard times, surely we have to believe in the vision. Otherwise, we shouldn't give up. That is one of the biggest point which you have told, and find the problem and solve it. That is also a true point which you have told, because we have to solve the problem which is available in the market, not the problem for us. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, I understand. So thank you for your time, and
Thank you
we
very
will,
much, Sridhar, for having me.
yeah,
It's been a pleasure.
and keep supporting empowering women, and we
Thank
are
you.
always here to support you.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Dubai Tech Talks Entrepreneur Series. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights from today's conversation. Don't forget to share this podcast with your network and follow us for more stories of innovation, determination, and success. Until next time, keep dreaming big and stay inspired.